Welcome to Your World Within Daily. I'm Eddie Pinero. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite speeches by Ed Helms and shed some light on just how easy it is to focus on the wrong things. Good morning. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. I am on beautiful Cape Cod right now in the woods in this little lanai. So you will definitely hear some birds and dogs and all that fun stuff. So hopefully it's not intrusive, but it's there. And I was thinking about what I wanted to start, the week with. I always try and keep it relevant to my own life experience and just what's going on at the moment. And there's actually something that I experienced the day before I flew down here that I thought was interesting, and I wrote it down in my notebook. And I feel like it's perfect to start off the week. And it reminded me of, and it's all coming down to this here, a quote from, I think this is my favorite speech of all time. It's just one of the most genuine, moving, incredible keynotes I've ever heard by Ed Helms, who plays Andy Bernard on The Office. And basically the quote says, "I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them." And he's talking about how so many times, right, in the midst of our struggle and the ups and the downs and sort of our day-to-day, we become consumed by the minutia and the little things, and we forget that what we are experiencing right now in the moment is the very time we'll look back on and say, wow, right? Those were such incredible experiences. And basically he's saying, look to your left, look to your right, look around and just cherish and appreciate what we have, because like everything, it goes on, right? Like time marches forward, and you only really have these moments, these precious instances of time. And, if you don't take a step back and appreciate that, if you're not grateful for that, you miss it, right? And that's the antithesis of what we want. I wrote a while ago on an Instagram, I think a story, which bums me out because they go away. But maybe I'll make it a post or something. But it was basically the idea, in the morning, I go to the beach and I'll sit there with a cup of coffee and watch the sunrise, right? And it's a really cool thing to see. And one of the first things, particularly coming from Massachusetts down to Florida, there's obviously beautiful sunrises in New England as well, but they're different, right? Florida sunrises are green and teal, and it's just like sherbet ice cream. It's crazy. It really is a unique thing. And the most incredible part is before the sun comes up, right? It's like, yeah, I get that that's the finale, but while you're there waiting, you almost feel like you're in a different world. It doesn't feel like real life. The sky is teal and there's just streaks of orange coming around and no one's, out. And it's this really incredible feeling. And then what you see is when the sun starts popping up over the horizon, people sprinting out, right, to catch the sunrise. And again, I get it. That's the main event. That's the main attraction. But I'd always kind of chuckle to myself. It's like, no, you guys missed the good thing, right? You missed the best part, in pursuit of, sunrise, check. And it's like, no, the atmosphere before. So it's a small thing. It's a silly metaphor. But that's what metaphors are supposed to do. They're supposed to make you think. Right? How many times do we walk right through or skip or not even think about or appreciate, what you have in the moment, right? As you're anticipating your metaphorical grand finale, because there's so much there. I always say that quote, it's not what you look at, it's what you see. And you have to be aware. You have to be aware to look, to make a point, to take in the world around you. Otherwise, it is very, very easy to let the good stuff slip by. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope you got something from it. If you did, please rate, review, and subscribe. It helps me get this thing out to the world, and that means everything to me. So thank you for that, and I will catch you tomorrow.